Hey, look. I think I'm live. According to YouTube, I am. Maybe. I want to trust it. Hello, it's Monday night. It's time for After Hours. It's WriterSanctuary. Yes, we are kind of doing a cop-out today because we're talking about plans for May and setting goals. Because that's what happens when I don't actually have a topic and we either do an AMA or set some goals. That's how we roll. Jen's getting her Sambuca.
Thank you.
Welcome. It's an awful lot, too. When I poured it, I'm like, it seems a bit budge. See you next Tuesday. Anywho, so we're going to be, because we're doing a cop-out show, we're going to talk about goals for May, because, well, May starts in a couple of days. So, but I do have some good plans for May that I'm looking forward to setting into motion. But we'll talk about those here in a moment. Let's let everybody catch up, if there is anybody to catch up. I do have another author scheduled for the 19th. I think it's before his next book comes out. I'm fairly sure it's before, so we're going to hype up the book before it comes out. I can't remember if it was before or after, but he will be on the 19th. Sean Gregory. And from what I followed on, or what I've seen on Threads, we have similar personalities, so it'll be a fun night. He even offered to bring alcohol. Like, well, you don't have to bring it, but I usually try to be nice and calm and professional when I have guests in the house. But, it is what it is. So that'll be on May 19th. The blog post will be out the week before, so that we'll have an interview then. Don't forget that if you have a book published, or even if you've been on the show before, reach out to me on the contact form on WriterSanctuary.com at the author interviews. It's on the top, I believe, top menu. And you just scheduled for a live interview. I like doing the live interviews because, I don't know, it just seems like that it's more raw, especially if people are interactive and ask questions and stuff. So, I don't know, it just seems more interactive that way. I like doing the interactive interviews. So, anywho, alrighty. So, we're going to give this a couple more minutes before we dive right into today's topic of my goals. Well, what kind of goals do you have? I don't have to be the only one that set goals. Though a lot of my goals are, the same crap, different month. But I did reel back a lot of my extra stuff, so that way I can focus more on our Sanctuary's brand as a whole and my books, because technically, Shadows of Atlantic City should have been done and published, like last February in the Substack, but now I think I finished the book in February. Should have been published in like May or June of last year. Instead, now we're getting ready to publish it this year. So now that I reeled back to a bunch of stuff, I can focus on the books and what I wanted to build Writer Sanctuary into. So Jen says, I want to get registered for my new courses at school, hoping May will be awesome. That's awesome too. I'm going to be talking about that today. Well, at least my schooling side. Yeah, I'm not the only one who can set goals. So Jen wants to get enrolled in school. We're just waiting for everybody else to hop on in, but I guess today's going to be kind of one of those days. LeMay. Are you hoping to start school in May as well? I was going to, but then we decided I'm going to change where I'm going to be going. So won't be going to school in May, but probably the fall quarter, or trimester or whatever it's called. But yeah. So aside from that, I've got like a long list. No, I guess not really a long list, just a busy list. But it's things I can handle now that I stopped doing, um, putting so much effort into trying to rebuild Colorado Plays and Crossing Colorado. I decided to focus mostly on WriterSanctuary. That way I can do all the fun stuff that I wanted to do. Like, I still would love to do, I think the next thing is going to be online courses for blogging at least. And I would like to get more videos out. So hopefully Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos. On top of the Monday through Friday live streams at 10:30 a.m. Mountain Time for the writing sprints. You're starting in fall? Awesome. I might be. Maybe. What are you going for? I'm still on the fence of whether I want to take the creative writing bachelor's degree or I'm getting a bachelor of arts, but I don't know if I want to do the creative writing course or the English rhetoric something. I can't remember what it's called, but that one is at CU, and there's a lot of classes in it that I would be very interested in taking. Like one of them is screenwriting. I would love to do more screenwriting this year, obviously, because I want to. My dog has the zoomies. I would like to do more skits and parodies on Creative Sanctuary's YouTube channel. So I would love to do some of that. Plus, I would love to do live action videos from my books. My dog is so much fun. She just barreled upstairs after running around looking at everything. I don't know what she's looking for, but it's not here. Anyway, so what are you going for? English writing, rhetoric, and technology. That's the one that's at CU. I like the classes that are in that, but I wanted to take the creative writing path, so I don't know. That's I don't know which one I want to do now. The reason for I'm going to be making a video on it, but I decided recently that Southern New Hampshire University is it seems like a decent school. Problem is that the classes here in Colorado are half the price, which means my Pell Grant would probably cover the entire thing. At SNU, it's not going to. I would have to come up with another extra $600 out of pocket plus the books, and I don't have any of that. There's no way. So I mean, I could take out a loan, but I don't like loans. I think of loans as if I can't handle the monthly payment now, it's probably not a good idea. And that's just from past experience. There's no guarantee that I'm going to make more money after all this is done. So for a lot of people, loans are great, especially the no interest ones that you get from the government if they're still available. But for me, this late in life, I don't want to be in my golden years worrying about a monthly college payment. So I'm thinking and trying to do different things to be able to afford all of this. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I decided to go from SNU to CU. Computer networking, awesome. I owned a computer shop a lot back in the day. Computer networking would be a fun one. I initially went to college back in 2002 for graphic design, computer animation. Far cry from that, but I already made like 27% of my credits for my bachelor's degree. So I guess that helped out. Hey, Shadow. But computer networking would be good. Are you doing just your associates, going for a bachelor's? No, Jennifer I'm going to do prep courses for my Jedi PhD. I'm still thinking about just after getting my master's to keep going for a PhD just for shits and giggles. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Who knows? Like if things don't change and I have this much time on my hands, then I probably will go for the PhD just for the hell of it. But for now, I just want a master's. So associates, awesome. Yeah, that's good luck to you. You should get that pretty quickly. I think it's a 2-year plan for associates. Almost got mine for graphic design back in 2002. But the school I went to went defunct, so at least I can get my college credits for it. But yeah, that's the only reason why I'm not doing SNU, or one of them anyway. It just, I don't like the idea of taking out loans or having to come out of pocket. Especially since like the YouTube channel only makes me like, I think I made $3 yesterday. So banana bread. I have an English bulldog running full bore through the house. Banana. Feel better? Now you're gonna yak, aren't you? You just had a whole bunch of dinner. Yep, she's about to hurl. Banana bread. So, no, you're not. You're not a lap dog. It's like Darth Vader with asthma. Yeah, get out from there. Come on. No, leave the kitty alone. Banana. Anyway, so that's one of the things I'll be doing. Not be doing, I guess, in May. Is going for my bachelor's degree at SNU, but that's okay. I'll be working on it at University of Colorado here soon, hopefully. I gotta still apply and all that, but at least the Pell Grant would cover the first portion. And if I can do something with the YouTube channel to make me an extra few bucks a day, that'd be great. I could probably afford it all. You get back, but as it stands, I barely have enough to pay my mortgage, all of my credit cards, and everything else I gotta pay. So, hey, Chris is here. How's it going? Haven't seen Chris on a Monday for a while. So yeah, I'll do a more in-depth video as to the difference between SNU and University of Colorado, but yeah, it's all good. I was kind of excited for it, kind of a bummer, but I just, at the moment, I just don't have the money to come out of pocket, and I really don't want to take out any loans. So I'm too old to pay loans. So, you back up? Yeah, been a while. It has. Mr. Gold Star. You back up? Leave the kitty alone. No. Lay down. Freaking dog. Anywho, something else I plan on doing in May is publishing my book, Shadows of Atlantic City. Finally got the final edits done. I'm just waiting on beta readers to give me some feedback. That's okay. I'm still working on the cover anyway. We came up with a plan for the cover last week, and a couple people liked it, so I think we're going to run with that. And so I'm going to do some finishing touches on it. But I resemble that mark. Yeah, I do. Yeah, half the people here do. I don't think anybody's made it past like chapter 2. Like, really? I get it. People have things going on, but I would like to publish this book, and I can't do that until you guys give me feedback. So it's a race. Who's going to finish it first? You guys or me designing the book cover? Because I'm almost done. In fact, one of the images I used on the book cover, I turned into a new glass on my fourth wall store. Should have the store panel thing underneath the video on YouTube. I don't know how it works, but he came out awesome, and so I bought some. I should get that tumbler tomorrow with him on it. And then I bought coffee mugs for me with the Kingmaker and a freelancer sale on it. But anyway, the image that went on the tumbler is the guy behind me. And it came out awesome. So if you haven't seen it, you got to take a look on the Fourth Wall store. It's a tumbler glass kind of like this, but with him as a wraith on it. And it came out nice. I liked it. I was kind of confused a couple times the first time I read through it, but I'll read it soon and see what's up. Uh-oh, that's not good if I confuse you. I don't want to confuse people. That'd be bad. Make sure you highlight what's confusing so I can fix it. Because my beta readers made a huge difference on Kingmaker, and so for the better. And so I would love your guys' input. I love the Tumblr pic. I do too. That's the glass. I think I shared it on Substack today of what it looks like from the store. But yeah, it's it'll be here tomorrow. Looking forward to it. I'll shoot a picture and put it on the community tab, but his picture came out so awesome, like on the computer screen. I hope it comes out nearly as cool on the glass, but yeah. But yeah, I just saw it today. Best design so far. I loved it. It was pretty cool. But to do that, I took a cloak and then put his head in it. And I had to do, like, I edited it down to the pixel level. I zoomed in Photoshop as far as I could go so I can delete the background from him and then make it look like his head was inside the cloak. And so I did it by pixel. And so it was a lot of fun. I love doing stuff like that in Photoshop. But his image came out bitchin'. So at least I think so. I'm looking forward to it. Hoping it looks as cool. The book cover, he's actually on the cover itself. Kinda. You kind of have to look closely for it, but I'll do a cover reveal later. But yeah, spoiler alert, he's on it. Man, I'm picking up all these really big gnats from your fur. Oh, but anywho, I would love to publish my next book next month. I'm also looking forward to wrapping up the first draft of Fury, which is it's a sequel to Kingmaker. It's 95,000 words in, so it's almost done anyway. So that's probably going to take me like 2 weeks to finish, if that. We talked about this. It's on the book cover. Well, I even shared it. If you look closely at the picture I put on the community tab, you can kind of see him. So, ow. So yeah, wrapping up Fury, and I would like to finish 7 during the writing sprints because I'm doing the writing sprints now Monday through Friday. I'm going to work on the books Monday through Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday is going to give me time to test out new writing apps. Like on this Thursday, I plan on working on 7 while putting it into Focuswriter. Focuswriter is a distraction-free writing platform, so I'll be reviewing it soon. And then Wednesday, depends on how much I do on Focuswriter on Thursday. I might see if I can find another app for Friday. So I'm going to do a blog post and a video for it. But I figure, since technically I'm working on my book, I'm going to use a new writing app to test out so I can build a list of writing apps. When do you start classes at the new college? If I dump Snoo tomorrow, we're dumping Snoo tomorrow and hopefully get my Pell moved over to CU. It'll probably be in the fall. So whenever those start, it'll be a couple of months, but that'll give me about 3 months to try to build something with the YouTube channel. That'd be great. If YouTube could pay for my tuition, that'd be awesome. But the classes at CU are only like what were they, like $434 or $424, something like that. They're like half the price is new. And one is going to be in person, which I wouldn't mind doing because it's kind of down the street from me. The other one has a lot more interesting classes that I would like, and that one's all online. So It'll probably be in the fall, so I'm not sure exactly when they'll start. Kind of disappointing. I was kind of looking forward to starting, but it is what it is. Gotta do what's best for you, and moving everything from SNU to CU would be best for me. I like the idea of it being here in Denver, and yeah, even if I'm just doing the online courses, I don't know. It's cheaper by a lot. The course at SNU is $990 per hour, credit hour, and yeah, so it's 400 and something. So it's more than half of the price of SNU. So CU starts in August. So in August, which is fine, that's after my birthday, so that'd be great. You're going to pre-write a bunch of blog content this summer to drip out during college? No, I'm actually going to be writing it as I'm in college. So the summer of content. I'm actually working on getting, that's one of the goals I want to do for May, is get the blog, WriterSanctuary blog and YouTube channel on a routine schedule. Now that I reeled back a bunch of stuff, I have time now to actually do that. And so that's what I'll be working on in May, is to get things planned a week or so ahead. So, but I plan on doing blog content through the course. In fact, that's what I want to do with when it's going to SNU, is that I wanted to kind of do what I did with the Readsy Masterclass, where I kind of shared what I learned each week. Some of these, I'm not going to be able to do that because it's really not a lot to it. Well, I guess not necessarily a lot to it, but more it's how Readsy had their courses set up. It made making content for each week relatively easy. I don't foresee that being the same with the college course, but I don't know. So I might just do a weekly blog post and video anyway. So it really depends on how things unfold. If I could have taken my courses online, but in Texas, I would have done the same thing. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. Southern New Hampshire University seems like a good school. Everybody, like all the people I know that went to it, loved it. But it is more expensive, and it is in New Hampshire. I kind of like the idea of going to the University of Colorado, and then it would be much more difficult after that, because we planned on going to the University of Denver for the master's program. So, and then after that, I might get my PhD just for the hell of it, just so people will call me doctor. Dr. Detroit, Dr. Denver. Anyway, so yeah, that'll be in August, and I'll probably still do blog posts and all that throughout, and I'm still going part-time, so the only thing that'll probably change is just if I have to go to class, I'll have to readjust stuff, so I'll probably be missing 1 or 2 writing sprints per week. But if it's all online, I plan on doing the online courses while I'm doing the writing sprints anyway. So no matter what, I'm getting content. So it's a win-win. So we get a campus tour on the channel. That'd be kind of fun. I wonder if I always feel weird trying to film in public. I don't want to be an influencer. Be one of them people. But I don't know, we could probably do that. I did the kind of a tour at Lookout Mountain last year, of where I took the pictures for both. We didn't see where I took pictures for Kingmaker, did we? I just took you for a freelancer sale. That might be fun. Do another tour up to Lookout, so I can show you exactly where I took the picture for Kingmaker. Actually, it was the book cover to Kingmaker is a composition of 5 different images that I mushed together because I'm awesome in Photoshop. That came out really awesome. Yeah, we could probably do that. Wait in the fall when the leaves change colors. Yeah. Trying to think. I guess, I mean, we can still do that. We could probably just do a live stream and just walk through and get made fun of. I don't want to be one of them. But, I'll show you what it looks like. I've been to CU once. Actually, I've driven, I think it's Colfax. One of the main streets travels right through the middle of CU, kind of. And so, It's clean. It's nice. I like it. He's going to be stalking his daughter as she goes to CU, and absolutely we will see all on of campus. Yep. Because Arabeth, my daughter, my oldest daughter, she'll be going for, she wants to do astrobiology. I think it was something like that. So she can play with stuff from space. So, but yeah, we'll be going at the same time. So I'm going to stalk my daughter. Oh yeah, I'm the embarrassing parent. But what fun? I mean, come on now. What's the fun of being a parent if you can't embarrass the shit out of your kids? Oh, and I've got a lot of great outfits I could wear to embarrass her even more. Because I don't care what I look like when I go in public. So, well, I guess that's not totally true. I do get cleaned up. I don't like to. Well, sometimes. I've gone to Walmart in my pajamas before. Oh, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, so yeah, that'll be see you in August. Walk around campus with Skelly on his shoulders. Yeah, I could just throw him on my back like I did when. I don't know if anybody's seen those pictures. When I was walking, when we left from the photo shoot, I had him on my shoulders as I'm wearing leather armor. It's a picture from a Game Maker. So I'm all decked out, leather armor and shit. And he was on my shoulders and walking back. And we got a lot of looks, a lot of smiles, and a lot of laughs. That was the whole point. I think at one point we even turned on his eyes so they were glowing red as we were walking off the mountain. It's great. It was a lot of fun. I love doing that photo shoot. I want to do something similar with Fury. So, but yeah, that we'll be doing. See you, yeah, in August. Hopefully, knock on wood. This is after I finished wrapping up Fury, which is what I wanted to do. 7, I'll be hopefully because 7's almost done anyway. I think there's only like 4 stories left in 7 that need to be done. It'll probably take me a day each to do them. So really depends. But I'd love to get 7 done. So that means I'll have all 3 books done by June. That'd be great. That was one of my goals when I started the year. So, I mentioned I was doing the Monday through Friday writing sprints. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do those. I'm not sure if Google or if YouTube is, if its algorithm is syncing some of the videos because I've lost a lot of views on some of the more popular videos ever since I started doing more live streams. So I'm hoping I'm not shooting myself in the foot with the live streams versus the VOD content. I guess we'll find out because I want to do Monday through Friday writing sprints. I love doing the writing sprints because I can focus great on them. I've done so much for my books because of them. But Thursdays and Fridays, I want to work on more stuff like the reviews, like I mentioned earlier, where this week I'm working on Focus Writer. And there's another writing app I want to add to the mix. And I wouldn't mind doing more marketing maybe through them. The whole purpose, they're called writing sprints, but in reality, you can do pretty much anything as long as you're being hyper productive during it. So I've had people work on blog posts. I've had people do schoolwork. I think one viewer was actually working. They were listening to it. So, whatever, as long as you're being productive, it doesn't matter. And so I plan on doing them Monday through Friday. I didn't do one today because I was in Westminster at a doctor's appointment getting my blood checked. Apparently, I have a lot of it. My red blood cells are pretty high. So luckily I don't have any diseases. It's just they want to figure out what's causing it. So yay. Could be a mixture of a bunch of stuff. Bottom line is that I have exceptionally thick blood, and I have to donate to. I can donate anywhere, but I donate to Children's Hospital. I'm hoping that my awesome blood helps little kids. It could be taken way wrong. Sounded better in my head. Anyway, so I'm helping children, sick children. So anyway, that's where I was today. I was going to do one, and then we had some things, family things, come up before that, and left here at a little after noon. So I didn't get one done today, but I would like to get back to doing the writing sprints Tuesday or tomorrow. So plan on Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. Mountain Time. And I will be working, like I keep saying this, but I will set it up. It's in the schedule. I want to start doing 5 o'clock Friday live streams for members only of the channel. And this Friday, we're going to be working on the next sound effect that I'll be using for the writing sprints, which is crickets and background thunderstorm. Like I've done half it already, but that way you get to see how I work with Epidemic Sound and Premiere. So, and how I put those all together. And I'm going to be adding a timer to it. So I'm going to be recording directly off of, it's a website. I can't think of it offhand. I have it listed on the Asana task, so I just can't remember what website it is, but it's a free countdown timer. And I know how to use it to put it into the video and take off the background and make it look nice. So anyway, that's one of the things we'll be doing on Friday for channel members. And channel members also get to see the videos before they go live for everybody else. So like if I was to make one tomorrow and schedule it for Wednesday, channel members get to see it tomorrow as soon as it goes up. I would like to get them a week ahead. So, and once I get a few more things set up in the online store, channel members also might get discounts. As much as I can discount. The markup on print on demand stuff is exceptionally low. We don't make a lot of money on print on demand. So, yeah, it is what it is. Diana's here. How's it going, Diana? And I was thinking about changing the book that's on Fourth Wall to be autographed books on Fourth Wall. So the only way to get an autographed book for me is to either be in person, buy it off Fourth Wall, or if it's part of a contest. I saw the new what? I saw the new shit on the glass. Well, I don't. Deleted it before I could read it. Uh-huh. The image on the glass I'm looking forward to. I don't know if you were here earlier, but I saw the new shot glass. Okay. Oh, I saw the new shit glass. Okay. Yeah, the new shot. It's from what I gather, it's something similar to this, but it's going to have the antagonist from Shadows on it, and it came out amazing. Like I love that image. 2 girls in a shot glass. Yo. You're nasty. Missed you. Jennifer, that's cool. And you were taking courses. Sounds like most of us are getting a master's in writing or something similar. Yep. And she's doing her Jedi program. I'm doing, I'll be starting my bachelor's program, hopefully in August. I'm hoping that they'll be able to use as many credits as SNU was able to, because after SNU went through it, 27% of my bachelor's degree was already done. So that'll cut some time off and some money. So I guess we're going to find out because I want to apply. I would like to do a tour, and all that. I'm really jazzed about actually going to school. Even if I do the creative writing course, which is on campus, I need to get out of the house. So this would be a great way to get out and mingle and network and have me time. So wait, Jedi PhD? Yep. I'm not sure how to describe it. She's going to be a doctor in Jedi. I'm not, if Jennifer wants to describe what that is, she would do it justice, because I wouldn't know how to put that into play. But anyway, yeah. So we've got three people working on their masters in creative writing, and then Jennifer's going for justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion. So be it, Jedi. Interesting acronym. Social work, essentially. If you only knew the power of the dark side. Watch out before Trump executes Order 66. Right? That's what I was thinking. I don't know if it's going to mean much anymore. Depends on how things go here in the States, I guess. I mean, it lines up with Jedi, right? Yep. Yeah. Actually, damn near what a Jedi is. Think about it. You want to get into the weeds of it. Anywho, yeah. So we've got all kinds of people working on their degrees. That's awesome. LeMay, I don't know if, like, do you want me to pronounce it some way different? Should I just say May, Mao? They're going for their associates for computer networking. We got writers and social workers and LeMay. Yes? Okay. LeMay. All right. Going for their, that is fine. Cool. Going for their computer networking, which I should have done, to be honest, like back in the day. I am like, I've always been really good with computers. And in fact, Dad gave me crap for doing graphic design instead of computer networking because I do have a knack for electronics. But back then, I wanted to make video games and movies. And so I wanted to work on special effects. So I got to play with Lightwave and Maya. Both of those were used to make Star Trek Nemesis at that time. And I was super excited. And I remember the first wine glass that I made in Lightwave. In fact, I think I might still have my copy of Lightwave from back then, but it came out so nice. And this was on a very old computer system, so it took me like 3 hours to render a single frame. But hey, nowadays, probably a lot faster. But yeah, I hope that works out for you, LeMay. Computer networking would be a good one. I like it. Yeah, Michael, you fit the computer nerd stereotype to a T. Well, I was the CEO of my own computer shop for 4 years. I used to build and design custom machines. I've done acrylic carving on the side of the see-through cases for computers. My favorites, I did Fizban the Fabulous, carved by hand with a Dremel. The Daisy was kind of fun doing that. I used to have a thing where I had 4 samples, and one was the Battlestar Galactica insignia, the Denver Broncos logo, Jack Sparrow, and one more. I can't remember what the other one was. But yeah, I loved carving in acrylic. It gave it a 3D look, and so I did all that. It was a lot of fun. And I have never bought a brand name computer. I've built my own computers since 1996. So, yay. Wow, such a nerd. Yeah, duh. I'm all kinds of a nerd. I was using Windows 98 until 2005. 98 SE, sorry. Until 2005 when my brother finally forced me to use XP. And then I used XP until I built the computer in 2000. I think it was 2010 when I got my other computer. That was Windows 7. And then I built this one in 2018. And I upgraded Windows 10. So I only upgrade my operating systems when I absolutely have to. I hate upgrading. Get me all used to something for so long. Look at Microsoft. There are a lot of reasons I hate Microsoft. That's just number 57. Are you using, or let's see, Were you using online dating sites when they first came out in the 80s? They weren't out in the 80s, you twat. Kidding. No, they weren't out in the 80s. Sorry. We're talking about BBSs. And I can't remember if there was a dating BBS or something, but yeah, I was like, I was born in 76. So at most I would have been 14. So no. But the earliest dating app I ever used was Lava Life. That was when I first moved up here to Colorado in 2001. Yeah. I met some psychos. So, yeah. I haven't been a big fan of dating apps. But no, I didn't use the dating apps in the 80s. I'm not that old. Bring it hell. I'm kidding. Anywho. Let's see. What else am I doing this next week or next month? What are you guys doing this month? So far, we've got LeMay doing computer networking. Jennifer wants to start her classes. How close is Neo and Diana to getting their degrees? Something else I want to do is getting the blog. Okay, I've already talked about getting the blog and YouTube channel and routine schedule, which I'll be working on this week. I want to get them all a week ahead. So, yeah. Let's see. What the heck, Michael? They existed. I didn't know how old you were. They didn't exist in the 80s, woman. There was no online in the 80s. The most online that you can get in the 80s was the BBS, bulletin board systems. They had to do dial into, and even then, that was all text-based for the most part. Rabbit Jack's Casino, that was or Quantum Link. Q-Link we used to use Q-Link to get on with the Commodore 64, and then the Commodore 128, and then Prodigy came out in 89, I think. And even, I don't remember Prodigy having dating sites either, but then again, I was only 14, so. In May, I'm reading Shadows. Or getting a job. Yeah, read the book. Okay, BBS then. I knew something existed. People were finding love. Not on BBS. You know what? I think I still have the software to run my own BBS. It wouldn't work today. Let's hook up my computer. Oh, I don't have a phone line, so I used to have my own BBS. It was a lot of fun back in the day. Thank you for making me feel old, Diana. Anywho, you know what they did in the 80s? They responded to personal ads in the newspaper. That's what they did. Anyway. Something else I wanted to do is still set up a spreadsheet for viable topics for this show, so it doesn't come off the rails like it does. That'd be awesome. Fail. Yeah, you did. Or did you fail? I'm not sure what you're replying to, Diana. Or is that your plan, is to fail next month? Come all this way and you're like, fuck it, I'm done. I get you. Signing up for at least one book event. I didn't do any of that this month, and I missed the book bash in Colorado Springs. Looks like everybody had fun with that. That was this last weekend, and I missed it, so I'm kind of disappointed. So I'm going to spend May looking for another one nearby, and at least start going to more of those, because those are on the weekends, so it's not going to be chewing up any of my productive time. So screw you, Michael. I'll send you the study where I found this info. Yeah, go ahead. I lived it. You don't have to send me anything. I was there. Hello, angry librarian. Let's see, what else was there? Setting up at least one book event. Still need to schedule viable topics for these shows. Yeah. More members only stuff for YouTube. I'd like to push the members only content a little bit more. Haven't really been as active with that as I should be. Like all these people have like thousands of members, but I don't. I have one, and he's here. So Friday we'll be doing that. We'll be 5 p.m. Mountain Time working on the next sound effects for other writing sprints. He makes a lot of he makes lots of librarians angry. Yes, I do. For different reasons. And then more merchandise ideas for Fourth Wall. I did like how the glass came out. I would like to put him on a tote bag. I would also like to see Kingmaker on a throw blanket. And I don't know. I think the Guardian would look great on a hat. So I don't know. There's all kinds of different ideas with Fourth Wall. Fourth Wall has one of the largest selections of products that you can put stuff on, as opposed to a lot of them that are out there. And so there's all kinds of things I can do, like slippers and shoes and well, what else was there? Notebooks. I want to put him on a notebook because that I'm in love with that image. So I'm gonna try to put it on as much as I can. I also wanted to do I would like to do Chaos as my co-pilot still. I'll probably do one with the weird font, like the tank top that I wear sometimes. What else? There's like a ton of stuff on Fourth Wall. Did you talk about the pre-made book covers? Not yet. Doing the pre-made book covers. So one thing I would love to do with WriterSanctuary after I set up the indie bookstore is to build a platform where artists can do pre-made book covers, and there's going to be purely no AI allowed. And so something else before that though, I would love to do a challenge where we all or whoever can do it, buy a pre-made book cover and then write a book based on what that image is. I think it'd be fun. Yes, there is a study that says 0.01% of people met online in oh my God. No. There was no. Okay, so there was no internet in 1981. It started in 1983. 0.01% of people met online? No, they didn't. I don't know what study you are referring to, but they're full of shit. I was there. A. B. The simple Google search shows it. Now, 0.1% of 0.01% of people would be millions, literally. There weren't millions of people on the internet. Maybe it was 1991. I'm not even sure if there was that many people in 1991. Let's see, I started, well, probably because it was 96 when I got the 28 modem. And I'm trying to think of when the Commodore 64 50 baud, when did that 50 baud come out? The 50 baud modem was back in the 60s. I had one. No, I had a 300. That's what it was. In fact, I think I still have my 300 baud modem in storage somewhere. In 1962. Oh. Sweet. 1200 bits. There's the 600 baud came out in 1980. See, for the Commodore 64, starting in the 1980s. It doesn't say. It was released in 1981 at 300 baud. That's what it was. Hey, smart modem. I got one of those. Even the picture, like, I got one of those in a box. Depending on the month, I was either born or still baking in 1981. However, computer-assisted matching began in the 1960s. Yes, it did. That is feasible. But for 0.01% of the people of the population met online in 1981 is just not. No, they didn't. There's no way. What was the population? I'd have to see the numbers on that because that's new. 1981. Okay. Oh, well, that's for just the United States. But still, okay. So, the United States in 1981 was around 228,959,000. So, if we were to take that, that would still mean that 2.2 million people were on in 1981, and I just don't see that, or meeting each other. So, technically, it would be 4.4 million. No, I would have to say bullshit on that, and I'd have to see the numbers and what data they collected. It was something like that. It was before the internet was the internet. So matchmaking, I would probably, but I don't know about 0.01% of people. I wasn't online then. I was. I was there. I wasn't dating at 6, but, yeah, I've been 5 in 1981. I did spend a lot of time on the computer, though. Anyway, this wasn't a debate. And if I'm wrong, I could be wrong. I don't know. That's what I say. Send me the data. I would love to pour over it and see what, how they came to those numbers, because that just doesn't sound right. IBM in the 70s, I met his second wife, but it was through the computers, not through the internet. I just linked to the study. Where did you link it on? Because if you tried to link it in YouTube, it's not going to work because links are kiboshed on the mod side. So send it to me in Discord. I had a roommate in 1981. Do you have a twin brother? I didn't have any of that. I was 5. Anyway, didn't they have TV ads and phone lines for dating back then? They they did have the 900 numbers, not necessarily for dating. It was phone sex. Twin sister. Oh, I didn't know you had a twin sister. But for, I don't know. I know that they had the 900 numbers because Grandpa called it. Let's see. The first online dating website, Match.com, was launched in 1995. See, newspaper, magazine, classifieds. I mentioned that. Dating services. Yeah, there was no. Yeah. I'm not sure where they're pulling their info. Anyway. But yeah, they had the 900 numbers. So I remember the bad 900 numbers in the 80s. Yep. So did, I guess Grandpa called one once just to see what it was like. I guess I kept him on hold forever. So there's that. Yeah. Is there anything else we wanted to go over? Those are my goals for May. Finishing up Shadows, Fury, and 7, and then getting the blog and YouTube channel on a regular schedule. And so you have a spreadsheet for Bible Monday night shows so that we're not stuck talking about goals and AMAs and online dating for an hour on Mondays. So I was a curious kid. I may have called. I got yelled at forever by my parents. I never called the 900 numbers for when it came out. I did call. There was one back in the day, long time ago, where if you dialed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 3 times in a row, you actually got to hear a recording of Santa Claus talking from the North Pole. And depending on what time of the year it was, he would be discussing his plans for distributing presents worldwide on Christmas. And it was about I want to say about 1.5 to 2 minutes long. I don't know if it costed money. I was a kid, so I just boop, 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 dial it 3 times. So I don't know. God, that's great. I really need to look that up. I wonder how much that costed. What's the deadline for Shadows, beta readers? Yeah, beta readers. 3 of them are here at the show tonight. I would love to have it a May publishing, so anytime in the near future would be great. If not, then we could do June publishing, but I would really like to get it out as soon as possible. So don't feel rushed. I'd rather you guys enjoy it and give me feedback at your convenience, but I would like to get it published sometime soon. Yesterday, if not sooner. Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys remember calling the phone line to get the weather? Yeah. I can't remember what the number was, but yeah. Mom did a couple times. Neil, let's all just pull an all-nighter and have it done by tomorrow. Spider Reader's hiding in the bush like Homer Simpson. It's all good. I get it. We all have a bunch of stuff, so going on. But yeah, I'm trying to remember if there's any other phone things I did. And like I remember back when I was a teenager at this point, so it must have been the early 90s when they did the party lines where you can have like 3 or 4 people join in conversations and it tie up everybody's phone line. Back when the modems were making screaming noises if you picked up the phone. I haven't had a landline since, let's see, 2000. I think 2000. It's when we moved into. As soon as we moved into Isla and into Sterling, so I probably hadn't had a phone line since like 2012, maybe a little bit past that. And even then, we got the phone line through Charter. But I had US West. No, yeah, Quest. I had Quest when we first moved to ILF, and I was using the modem then. We were using dial-up on the PC to play EverQuest, and that was 2005. Couldn't afford cable and stuff out there. Well, cable wasn't available in ILF, so that was the last time I had to dial up. Oh my God, that's a long time ago. I'm old. I'm bringing my black tea. Ran out of coffee. No, ran out of coffee. I remember the lines where they play a few seconds of a song and ask, was this a John Bon Jovi, Def Leppard, or Tears for Fears or something like that? I remember the kid TV commercial. That sounds familiar. It sounds vaguely familiar. Who is under my desk? Banana bread. Hey, bread. Damn dog. Banana bread. Anywho, never called though. I didn't either. Like I said, the only one I called was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1. And you talk to Santa Claus, or at least hear the recording of Santa Claus. Trying to remember if there's any others. It's like everybody's like worried about doxing nowadays. Like, oh, you doxed him. Doxing for us was the white pages. So can't dox me and actually get a reaction out of me. I've been in the phone book for a long time. And they only charge $2.99 a minute. And don't forget, kids, get your parents' permission for calling. Yep. I called a psychic hotline it was mid 90s, and they weren't very helpful. So I was bored. It's one of those things where you just gotta try it just to see. Anywho, does anybody have anything else they want to bring up before we call this a night? I've got my work cut out for me for May. All kinds of good shit. I didn't call Miss Cleo. Maybe it was. I didn't get to talk to Miss Cleo. I was talking to some dude. But I think it was her infomercial, because this is back when I was working in the IRS, so I had money coming out of the ass. And I would get home at like 2:30 in the morning. I think one day I saw the infomercial on one of the TV stations. I can't remember which one. But I called it just for the hell of it. So, well, don't you already know why I'm calling? Exactly, that was my point. Like, when they ask you your name, like, you're psychic, you tell me. How can I stop being jealous of other successful writers? Maybe that's a good topic for another video. Don't compare yourself to others. Everybody has their own experience. Actually, I think I've done a video on something similar, but if not, that's a good idea. I can make one like that. I don't know where my notebook is. But I did buy brand new Post-its recently. Jen. There's a reason why I bought them. Let me write that down, Diana, because that's a good idea. I'm not sure if God, it sounds familiar. So maybe if I didn't make one, then I had it scheduled, and so I'll look that up and do one. Sometimes it comes down to not comparing yourself. Everybody has their own experience. Being jealous. Other writers. Oh, yeah, it was. Other writers are not your competition. So there's a good one. Yeah, in a video before. Yeah, you mentioned you don't compare yourself to Stephen King. That was the your other writers are not your competition, and I got that idea because there's some people competing with each other, authors competing with each other on social media. Like, that's asinine. They're only going to be able to read your book, but they can't read anything else. Other authors are not your competition. That's probably a good one. If somebody can link that for either Neil or Chris, that'd be great. I guess I can look for it real fast too, but yeah, but if you haven't seen that, Diana, that's a good one. I've been jealous of this woman for 10 plus years now. It's pretty bad. Yeah. Don't be jealous of somebody else's success. You don't know what went into their progress to get to that point. Like with mine, my son was jealous because I can hammer out so many words every day. Like, yeah, but I told him I've been doing this for a very, very long time. Not only my typing skills, but writing in general. So, yeah, you can't pit your skills against mine because I've been doing it a lot longer than you have. Eventually you get to that point, but you don't know what somebody's backstory is. They could have had everything handed to them, and the cards of their life could have just been played perfectly, and yours hasn't. Yeah. So there's all kinds of things that can go into it. Thank you, Neo. But yeah, don't. Other writers are not your competition. Celebrate each other's wins. It's like I love hanging out with the people I went to Read Between the Stars, or when I did the World Building 101 panel in January. I've met some awesome authors, and I highly doubt they'll read my book, but they were great people. Win. The more people who read in general is ideal. So celebrate each other's wins. before the before the country becomes idiocracy. Ever since I saw that movie. Anyway, why shouldn't you compare yourself to other authors? 11 months old. I swear I did one more recent than that. How come Neo can share links, but I can't? Because Neo is a moderator. You were a moderator at one point, and you told me to take it away because you didn't want the responsibility. That's why Neo and Chris can share links and cuss. Neo and Chris can say whatever the fuck they want. You're now jealous of you. Add salt to the wound. No, that's why, Diana. That's because they are moderators. I'm a bad girl. I can't handle it. I can't handle the responsibility. No, there's a... Look through their mastermind, because Stephen King is my adult, 5 months old. I swear I did one more recent than that. Let me see. Maybe I just had it scheduled, but I swear I recorded it. What's that one? Is that the... like fairly recently. Let's see. Handling taxes. That comes out. Oh, that came out today. No, that was that day or Friday? 25th, so that was day. Let's see, getting ready, moving back from autocrit. A good book is subjective. How often do you get in your own way? There's a good one. Other authors are not your competition. You are. Is that the one that Neo shared? PQCRVY IDZM. Yep, that most recent one is the other authors are not your competition. You are. Okay, sweet. Thank you, Neo. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of videos, Diana, of talking about stuff like that. My bread. Hold on. Dog messing with a cat. That's another. I'm trying to think if there's any more that you might be interested in watching. Why never give up, never surrender is my motto. Tough challenges, being an indie author. But more along the lines of what you're looking for, that would probably be it, though. That sounds like a good video. I've got quite a few in my library. In case you've missed it, judging by the viewership, you have. I've got a lot of videos. I'm a wrench bitch tonight. Nice. Oh, see, that's a much better wrench icon than the one that's on your guys' names. You're on the ball, Neo. Oh. But yeah, that's one of the things I want to get doing, though, is get more videos. Okay. If anybody doesn't have any more questions, comments, concerns, we can do the card and call it a night. Neo rewired it for more power. Oh, yeah. It's really hard to do a video when you have a dog running full speed throughout your house. You have 40 pounds of dog. English bulldog. She's cute, annoying. Well, that's a cool wrench. Yeah, I think so. I have a funny story. Speaking of wrenches. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's hurry up and do your story because I don't have much time. It's already 10 after 8. So while she's hammering out her story, or wrenching out her story. Hey, Penumber's here. How's it going, Maggie? Yes, matey. Speaking of wrenches. Wrench. I can do my pirate voice for that. Rude? How am I being rude? It's 8:10. Go ahead and do your story so we can do it. It's not a flute story, so it's okay. Just another day formatting and such. Good times. I'm waiting on my beta readers to finish giving me some feedback. Actually, I'm still working on. We do have a good plan for the book cover, so I'll be working on that this week. So it's not the Oscars. He isn't rushing. Yeah, there's no music playing. I don't have to go to bed until 9:30 technically, so we can stay up for another hour. I could use the watch time. Let's see. So back in the day when I was young and naive, I posted this fancy tool set for sale because I didn't need it anymore. I guess need it anymore. I posted a photo of the screwdriver and people kept commenting, "Is this a joke?" Yeah. Now I'm back at the bush as I read shadows. I didn't know what they were talking about until I Googled different meanings for screwdriver. I found the answer. Nice. Hey, look at that. Donovan's alive. Donovan had heart surgery recently. How you doing, kiddo? I know you're doing good because I hear you talk to Jen all the time, but kind of have us worried. See, that's what happens when you leave Colorado. I still have your Christmas present here, by the way. It's in the corner. I haven't touched it. Better? Awesome. That's good. Yeah, he kind of had everybody here kind of scared there because someone decided they needed a staph infection to add to the mix. Go out and do it on purpose. No. See, this is why you need to wash your hands when you work with heavy machinery and shit and cut yourself open. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, we're all kind of worried about you. Should be there around 13th for a visit. Yep, they told me that you were coming for Annika's graduation, so that's good. You can take your laptop home so we can play some Helldivers because they introduced a new race in Helldivers, and I haven't played it yet because I wanted to play with you. They look like zombies, so I mean, I'm a bug killing motherfucker, but I'll kill some zombies. But yeah, we still have your laptop and everything, so 5 hours ball time. One quick. That's good. I'm looking forward. Can't wait. Yep. Me either. We miss you. We love you. Quit trying to kill yourself. Of course, I guess that's what happens when you move to Arkansas. Okay. But yeah, that's posted a photo of the screwdriver. Yep, I can see how that can get misconstrued there, Diana. So not for the kitty. No, kitties don't drink Fireball. This is Shadow. I'm not sure if there's anybody here that doesn't know who you are. Yeah. Jesus, the fish hook my fucking chest. Oh, Miss Shadow. Yeah. This is your show, and I'm just your co-host. Okay, here we go. Last week's card was, when I miss a day of writing, I miss the opportunity to grow greater in my craft. I miss the chance to shift this world just a bit in favor of my life's theme. When I miss a day of writing, I miss myself. Actually, I was going to put this on the community tab and I forgot, but I feel this a lot. I hate days when I don't write of anything. Like if I don't write a blog post or work on my book, it throws me off. I am a writer and I got to write. And so if I don't, it really, really fucks up my chi. So, yeah, I really like this one. Oh, practice, practice, practice. And we'd love, love, love to write. That's why my goal is always to write 1 million words a year. Never get to it as much. Back in the day when I worked text broker full time, yeah, in fact, it was more realistic. I would hit 2 million words in a year. So I used to write so much content for clients. I made tens of thousands of dollars on text broker. Nowadays, a lot of what I do now is less writing, more editing and research for clients, which is kind of a bummer. I miss being just a writer, but being a manager has its perks. Kinda. But this week's and last week's up on the community tab. Okay, you know what? Let's do that. I'm going to pull that out. Okay, so I'll do them both. Leave on my keyboard here. Okay. This week's daily affirmation is: I easily gift wrapped my creative thoughts with colorful imagery, presenting them humbly for the adoring world, saying, "You're welcome." That's kind of egotistical. Whatever. Anyway, let's try that. Here we go. I easily gift wrap my creative thoughts with colorful imagery, presenting them humbly for the adoring world, saying, "You're welcome." How the hell is that humble? I don't know. I guess I'm just missing humility. But, yeah. Here you go. You're welcome. All right. If you say that in RDJ voice, it doesn't sound wrong. Yeah, you're probably right. What if should I try my pirate accent? I easily gift wrap me creative thoughts with colorful imagery, presenting them humbly for the adoring world, saying, "You're welcome." No, that didn't work out too well. But I'm going to call it a night and drink my whiskey. I don't have one. Some people dream in color reference, maybe. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Kind of cocky, if you ask me. Hey, each their own. Parlay. Yeah, I don't need a pirate or a parrot. I've got a kitty. Should we say goodnight, Shadow? God, I did that once on a live stream. I did the pirate voice the whole time we played Raft. My throat was so sore. Alrighty. Anywho, so that's what I'll do. I'll put both of them up tomorrow on the community tab. And don't forget that channel members will get access on Friday nights, 5 o'clock live stream. We'll be playing around with Epidemic Sound and creating the next writing sprint sound effect. And members also get to see the videos as soon as they get uploaded before anybody else does. And I'm trying to think of more things to do. I will be doing promotional codes in the community tabs for members only for stuff that's on the fourth wall, but kind of want to get more stuff to sell before I do that. Like, here's 10%. You can buy one of 3 things. So keep an eye out for that. And also keep an eye out for Finishing Shadows, because I kind of gave a teaser as to the book cover. The book cover came out a lot better than I thought it was going to. I'm going to be putting on the finishing touches this week during the writing sprints, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see, FYI, National Talk Like a Pirate Day is September 19th, 2025. All right, well, we'll have to do that then. Talk like a pirate all day. I'll do a live stream, the whole thing. Looking forward to your school vlogs. Yeah, I was looking forward to making them. But like I said at the very beginning, I'm not going to be doing SNU next week. I'm moving to CU in the fall, and that'll be starting in August. But I'm going to have a couple of good ideas for doing CU, and it's just a lot cheaper, and it's here in Denver. And so, if I went through SNU, I'd need to come up with an extra $600 and the book fees today. and I just don't have that. So Pell Grant's not going to cover it all, but it will cover everything from CU. So that'll be in August. But yeah, I plan on doing a lot of videos for especially comparing the college level stuff versus the master class from Reedsy. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Like, do you really need to do a bachelor's degree if you can do the master class, or what can you learn extra in the bachelor's compared to the master class? I would love to do a bunch of videos like that, comparing the two, because I loved Reedsy's master class for how to write a novel. I learned a lot. In fact, if you read Kingmaker and Shadows, it's night and day. So really looking forward to seeing what I learned from the bachelor's program and then moving on to the master's. And then potentially a PhD for the hell of it. Might as well die a doctor. So I should have done that years ago. Anywho, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can always hit me up on social media. I'm more active on Threads and Instagram, definitely on YouTube. I respond to everything as they come in. And got the contact form on WriterSanctuary.com's website if you're an author or have even been on the show before. Do the contact form and get you set up. I have an interview on May 19th. It's going to be Sean Gregory. He'll be on the show talking about his latest book. And yeah, my books are available on Amazon at the moment. I'm hoping to get them up on Barnes & Noble in May. That's one of my goals, is now that my Barnes & Noble account is fixed, let's sell some books on Nook. Anywho, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Kind of, this is what happens. We don't have anything scheduled. I'm working on the spreadsheet this week for coming up with ideas that are more viable for Monday. Instead of just, let's set some goals or let's have an AMA. I like hanging out and just bullshit with the guys, so it doesn't really bother me too much. But I would love to get more people to watch. So anywho, good night. Have a great week. Be blessed and have a lovely evening. You too, Maggie. Have a good one. Chris, thank you for stopping by. Thank you, Donovan, LeMay, Neo, Diana, and everybody else who was here. Neo, you guys are awesome. Anywho, Sam and I will be on Crossing Colorado's channel tomorrow at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. I can't remember what we're talking about. Oh, getting something about not letting people influence your eating habits or something like that. So there's that. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good week. We got this. Let's start May off great. Good night. What it is, what it was, what it will be. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? That's an old one. Can't think of anything else I called 900 number-wise. Miss Cleo. What was the other one? I swear there was more than that. Oh, not important.